Hi y'all, welcome to this new homeschooling channel that I'm starting. I decided to start a small homeschool channel and just kind of walk you through day to day what we do and little tips in the way that we personally do homeschooling. I figured a good video would be unboxing some new curriculum that I just ordered. We just got this box, this small box from Simply Charlotte Mason. I've decided to switch over. We have been doing Sonlight for the past 3 years, and I decided that in our stage of life that it was a little too much for us. Just had a baby. She is going to be 3 months in 2 days already, but it has made homeschooling a little bit of a challenge with something so weighty as Sonlight. I personally really have enjoyed using Sonlight. It's just I wanted to try something new, something a little less intense is the best way I think I could describe it. I started reading this book, Teaching from Rest, which has been just amazing and really opened my eyes to what it was that I was looking for when I started homeschooling. I've gone through and read most of it, done a lot of highlighting throughout, and as I was reading it, the more I realized it was time to shop for a new curriculum. I talked to a really good friend of mine who has homeschooled. She has 4 children, 2 that are older, who are both adults and out on the world, and then 2 who are the same age as my kids. And she has been just completely instrumental in helping me in my homeschooling journey. So talking to her, reading the book, I realized that it was okay to go ahead and look for a new curriculum. So that's what I did. This came in yesterday and I got excited, so I opened it, but I didn't take anything out. This is totally new. I have never seen a Charlotte Mason curriculum. I was on their website about 10 minutes before I texted my husband and asked if I could just go ahead and order everything that we would need for the year. We're restarting our year. We're throwing everything out and pretending like we haven't even started. Let's see what's in the box. I'm so excited to see because, like I said, I've never seen anything Charlotte Mason. We've got packing paper, more packing paper. There's a lot of packing paper here to fill in this box, which is very different for me. When I order our Sonlight curriculum for the year, it comes in these 2 huge boxes. I get about 30 to 40 new books. I get a binder that is no less than 3 inches full of everything. And that's the thing I enjoy about Sonlight is they send you everything. There's no thinking about if you're going to have the right stuff or the right supplies. They send everything. And so it's a huge shipment that you get, and it's really amazing. It takes up my whole bed as I go through it and make sure I have everything separated by grade for each kid. When my husband saw this tiny box come in, he like, "Are you sure that's a year of curriculum?" And I told him that's what I ordered. So I don't know what all to expect. Took out the packing paper. It is all marked in here. Here it is, all put together. Everything that I ordered. This is supposed to be a year's curriculum, which is very different from what I'm used to. Let's see if I can get it open. And I've got my sweet little baby napping. That's why I'm recording this video in my room, is because she is napping while my older 3 play upstairs. Sweet baby's sleeping after we had a busy morning. My oldest daughter watches a 1-year-old at a gym for mom, kind of like a mom's helper. Took her this morning to do that. Came home and fed the older 2, nursed the baby. We went to HEB for a field trip that started a few minutes late and then was, I kid you not, 2 hours long. It was the best field trip that we have been on. We've done this one before and that one was really great, but this one was just as amazing. We love HEB for so many reasons, but then we factor in good field trips for sweet homeschool kids and how nice that they are. It makes it so worth it. And hope that I don't wake the baby because this plastic's loud. It came with this little card. Oh, sorry, wrong way. This postcard all about ordering from them. which I think is sweet, a sweet little touch. And I love this. This is gorgeous. This is so pretty. Let's see. Here's my list of things that I ordered. So I ordered the Early Years Charlotte Mason Preschool Handbook. Let's see if I can find that in here somewhere. The Early Years, here it is. This is what I ordered because I have my son who is about to be 5. So we're going to be slowly working our way into kind of the pre-K ages. He just all on his own. I've done very little with him, just very much let him play and lead everything that he was kind of interested in. We do watch a lot of Leapfrog when they're about 1 to help with learning numbers and shapes and colors, letters, sounds, all kinds of stuff. Just through watching his sisters and watching us do school and some of the examples that we have in our schoolroom, he has started writing on his own. He now makes all these letters. He's trying to learn how to spell his name. So through his lead, I think that he is starting to get ready to want to do school. So I went ahead and ordered this so that we can slowly kind of move in. So what should I be doing during the preschool years for homeschooling is what it says on the back. So that is something that is going to be worth looking into. Like I said, I am new to Charlotte Mason. I've done very little research on this. That's kind of the way I am. Super spontaneous. Just going to go with it. So it says here on page 57, meals outdoors, whenever possible, eat meals outdoors. Okay. Habit training. Now I've heard a lot about habit training. I think this is going to be a big help with my son. Chapter 11, spiritual life. That's awesome. Ordered this so I can start my son who's about to be 5 and something. I usually use 5 in a row. I'll probably stick to that a little bit and then maybe see if I can input this or maybe use this and then kind of supplement with 5 in a row. We'll see. So I ordered that. Then I did Genesis through Deuteronomy. Genesis through Deuteronomy. Let's see. Try and not give you a... So a year of history, geography, and Bible lesson plans for grades 1 through 12. If you can see, oh my goodness, this is so different. This is supposed to be done, it says here, study Bible, history, and geography together as a family. So instead of having 3rd grade history along with our kinder 1st grade history, we do it all together. Let's see here. Contents. I like that they have at the very top kind of how to get started. That's going to be good for me, like I said, since I haven't used this before. Lesson 15. The black land and the red. That's all it says. The black land and the red. But then it says here grades 10 through 12. Materials needed. Tells you what you're going to need. So I'm going to need to get a few things. But these look like these are for the older grades, so maybe I won't have to get things for yet, just because these are grades, like it's saying that you need supplies for grades 7 through 9. My oldest daughter is in 4th grade, so maybe I won't need that. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of research on this. The next thing I got was the enrichments. Oh no, hang on. Sorry, the enrichments. Here it is. The enrichment studies. So this is a year of art, music, literature, and more. It says on the back, spread a wide feast of wonderful studies that enrich life. I think that was one of the biggest things that I thought was the most interesting with the Charlotte Mason, was that you should offer so much for them to really kind of sample through. So here we have, right at the top, how to use in the table of contents. Very good, because that is what I'm going to be looking for. I ordered this, like I said at the very beginning, through Simply Charlotte Mason. I just went through and I found, just figured I would start at the beginning with Genesis, and just picked out this because it's Enrichment Studies Volume 1. That's pretty much all that I did, was find the very beginning of everything. For the family studies, I just went with the first level that they have. This feast includes picture study, poetry, Shakespeare, music study, nature study, hymn study, scripture memory, handicrafts, art instruction, habit training, foreign language, literature, which is family read out loud. So this is all in this book. And there are 180 lessons. So here, lesson 94 says, materials needed. Verse pack 1, singing the great hymns, speaking Spanish with Miss Mason. Enjoy the poems of Robert Louis Stevenson, Wonderful Wizard of Oz, or The Swiss Family Robinson, or The Two Towers. So that's lesson 94, just this half page. Top to the half right here. That's lesson 94. And I ordered the individual studies for the appropriate grades. So like I said, my oldest is in 4th grade, so I went with the 4. Individual studies. So it's a year of language arts, math, and science. Now I do know that I'm planning on not, for now, using the math that comes with this, because we switched 2 years ago. My oldest daughter was doing Horizons math, which personally, no. It was too much. It was too much in one lesson, too many skills. It was just too much. When addition makes your little one cry, that's when you throw it out. So we took a 3-month break on math. We did no math for 3 months. I let her just totally decompress from the stress. She had been in public school for a little bit, so when she was learning at home, it was different from what she had learned, and it was kind of stressing her out. She couldn't remember her math facts. It was a bad situation. So I was talking to my friend who's like my homeschooling guru, and she was like, aren't you homeschooling to meet her needs? And I said, yep. And she said, so why are you pushing it? And I said, yeah, why am I? We stopped doing math for 3 months. Just no pressure. Didn't do math. Then my friend recommended this other program called Life of Fred, which we picked up because it's literature based, and my daughter's an excellent reader. She's been reading since she was 3. She reads these crazy books. She reads books so fast that I really hate buying books because she reads them in 30 minutes to an hour. She'll read a chapter book. So Life of Fred seemed like the solution. It's literature based, she reads a chapter, she does her questions, and it has completely changed her life. Now she does do math copy work on top of that, both of the girls do, where they just copy the facts correctly, which is the Charlotte Mason technique. So we started that about 2 years ago. But our math skills with Life of Fred have completely skyrocketed. So that's the only reason I'm not planning on using this math right now, but if I look at it and I feel like it's worth it, we might incorporate it, but we are not. Life of Fred is not going anywhere right now. It says on the back an entire year of step-by-step lesson plans for language arts, science, and math. And here, I love this. It says keep it simple. 1 lesson per book per day. So 1 lesson out of history, the enrichment studies, and the individual studies. This seems great for me. Here we go, lesson 27, just a small yes. This seems great, seems so wonderful, because my whole day in life seemed to be totally consumed by doing our last curriculum. So I'm really excited to have this. Then I ordered the level 1 for my other daughter. She's really doing a combination of kinder, first, and second. She is a really true homeschool child, kind of bouncing around doing all sorts of stuff. She was doing her kindergarten Sunlight curriculum, and then I noticed that the history I had just taught in 2nd grade to my oldest. So we would use the kindergarten as an introductory to a time period in history, and then we would stop with the kinder curriculum and we would go straight to the 2nd grade history lesson, and we would spend the next about 4 to 6 weeks learning about the ancient Egyptians, about the Romans. And so we would start with the kinder and move over to the 2nd, and then her math is in between, kind of in the 1st grade. Her reading is in 1st grade level. So she's kind of all over the place. She's a more true homeschooled child. When people ask what grade she's in, she responds with 1st. But really, if you were to look at her curriculum, she's doing kinder, 1st, and 2nd. So she's kind of all over the place. It's gonna be the same thing with math for her. She's doing Life of Fred and she loves it. She loves how silly that little lizard is and really appreciates the quick math lessons. And she's also doing math copy work, so we will see. And again, we've got the how to use right here. So let's see what this one says. Reading and writing has how to use reading and writing, science, and math. It says here, use the math curriculum of your choice. So there we go. Perfect. We have our math curriculum of choice, which is our dear friend Fred. It says these individual studies will keep lessons varied, focused, and of appropriate length. That is a big key for me right now with having a new little baby. This is the first time I'm homeschooling with a small one, so it's been a little bit of a challenge to figure out how to do that. So that's everything that I ordered. When I would order a year with Sunlight, no, like I said, Sunlight comes with everything you're gonna need, every book. There's no like opening up a page and saying, oh my gosh, I needed this book, and trying to find it either at the library or order it and wait 2 days from Amazon or rush out to Barnes & Noble. There's none of that. You just, everything you need is sent to you. You might have to get an occasional like science experiment supplies, such as like foil, but most of the time it's stuff you have in your kitchen. But we were paying so much for a year's curriculum. Again, they send everything to you, which is great. But this year, the curriculum total came to, I don't know if you were going to be able to see it, $92. And it's a year. Again, I don't know if I'm going to have to go buy some books or some supplies. So we will see after we get even, I'm sure 2-3 days in, I'm going to know if I needed to purchase some extra stuff. So this is what we are doing. This is, and this really isn't even a curriculum. This is just a book on like kind of how to get started in the early years. So technically this doesn't count. This is our curriculum. 4 simple books. My last curriculum for kindergarten was probably even closer to about this much. And that was 36 weeks of school along with worksheets and everything for them to fill out. We will keep you updated on how it goes. I really like the covers of these and how kind of calm they seem, and I've noticed that's kind of a key here with Charlotte Mason, is these really just calm settings. That's just a pretty picture. Really let your kids thrive and develop into who they are. We're gonna get started on our journey and see how it goes, and we will take you along with us.